Alright, well, there it is. They had a shepherd's crook. Apparently to hang a plant or something. There was a shepherd's crook bolted in there right through the side of the trailer. The bolt stuck out on the other side. But as you can see, the frame is really good. You see this paper here? Now this paper, underneath this paper is just to separate the insulation. This is insulation right here. This is about an inch of insulation. Yeah, see, you can see it right there. It's about an inch of insulation in between the roof and the paper. The red on the insulation is the glue that they sprayed on there to glue the paper to it. And then they stuck the insulation on there, and then they put the roof on. But all of these things, I've already done pull-ups on these. And like I said, in the advertisement that I saw from the, I don't know, early 70s, early 70s or late 60s, they actually had a Lincoln Continental or a Cadillac on top with a whole bunch of people sitting on the car and a bunch of people inside the car and a bunch of people walking around on the roof. So there was some water damage. Apparently something leaked. You can see the water marks here. And then, but this is aluminum. This is an aluminum frame, and it's all welded together. They're all welded. And this thing is really solid, and so yeah, it's got the aluminum. It's all straight. Now this is the outer sheeting. What they had was in here they had the fiberglass insulation, and then you can see the red on the aluminum beams here, on the aluminum studs. That the red here is glue, and then what they did was they put the fiberglass in here, and then they glued another inch of foam insulation. Here's it. Well, it's not quite an inch. I guess it's about 3/4. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I guess it's 3/4. And so they glued the 3/4 over the top of the fiberglass, and then they glued the paneling to the foam insulation. And so they had 2 layers of insulation: the fiberglass inside the studs, and then 3/4 foam on top of the studs, and then the paneling on top of that. But as you can see, all this stuff is sturdy and straight. It's aluminum, so you know, it lasts forever, and as long as it's not banged up and stuff like that. Okay, so what I was getting at is apparently there was a leak up here or something, and the floor rotted a little bit. And so, come on, focus. Come on, focus. You're not gonna focus? I don't know. Anyway, so there's the so there was a little bit of water damage, and a little bit of floor rotted out. And so what they did, whoever fixed it, put another inch of foam on top of that. Glued. I was trying to get this off, but they got it glued way too well. And there we go. Yeah. All right. But anyway, so you can see this is what the factory put on, and it's solid where it didn't rot out. But yeah. So oh, this right here is actually more insulation. So again, what they did was they put the insulation in there. That's that 3/4 inch foam insulation. And then they put the plywood on top of that for the floor, and then they had carpeting on there. Okay, well, whoever repaired this, what they did was they just glued down. They like I said, they glued down the insulation, and then they put Another, I think it's a 1/4 inch, maybe even 3/8 sheeting on there, plywood, and oh, I guess it is 1/4. Well, maybe 3/8. I don't know. But so so they just screwed a piece of thin plywood on there, and then put carpet over the top of it. And so, but the entire thing, the windows, the window frames, everything. Boy, this thing is really super sturdy. And yeah. Oh, check this out. This is neat. Let's use this one. This one opens and closes easier. Okay, now, which way do you usually turn the window to open it? You turn it clockwise to open it, right? Oh, not this one. All of these, you got to turn them counterclockwise to open. Even this vent up here, you turn it clockwise to close and counterclockwise to open. Isn't that crazy? That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. But, yeah, here's some of the old wiring. Yeah. But like I said, it's really nice trailer. And it's got that foam there. You can see from the inside here, well, there's a little tiny dent, but you always get dents in the front. But it's straight. It's solid. And it is solid. And so I don't know if I'd want to tear it apart. If I did, I was looking at how they put it together, and they have they're bolted down. They're bolted down at the studs. Bolted down at the studs. There's one bolt on either side of each stud. I don't know why they didn't put more in there. Apparently they decided it wasn't necessary. It's sturdy enough, like I said, this thing. But yeah, it was super easy to take apart, and it would be super easy just to get some more or even that spray foam insulation or whatever, you know, you spray it on there and it swells up. But yeah, you could get some insulation, fiberglass insulation. Go ahead and put it back in there. Put the fiberglass insulation back in there. Glue another piece of foam insulation over the top of it. Do the same thing they did. Glue the paneling over the top. Bob's your uncle. There it is. Look how much stuff came out of the living room. I am stacked floor to ceiling with just the stuff that I got out of the living room. All right. Love you. Bye.